Hello everyone, this is Sid here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the part 2 of my Inside Out 2 emotions, so I'm going to be drawing anxiety and envy from Inside Out 2, which is a movie that I saw earlier this summer, which was kind of like a blockbuster. It took things by surprise, and it got lots of views and became really popular among lots of people, and I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a really good movie. So obviously this video does have a part 1, where I drew the other 3 female emotions, joy, sadness, and disgust. So if you would like to watch that video, I will link it down below. So I would advise you to watch that one first, but if you already have and you're ready to go, then without further ado, let's get started. So first I drew anxiety, and I will admit my drawing of her is kind of iffy because she was one of the more interesting female character designs. Like how I said earlier, some of the male characters were more extreme in terms of their proportions and stuff. Like Loki, no offense, Anger was literally just a square, and then Fear's eyes were bulging out of his head. But I felt like most of the female characters were not like that. They were just normal, or more so normal than the guys were. But anxiety was one of the most extreme ones, probably because it just goes along with the feeling of anxiety. Anxiety is a pretty extreme feeling if you've ever experienced it. I feel like we all have at this point, but if you have never felt anxiety, then you're very, very lucky, because it can get a bad hold on you and make your life kind of miserable. But anxiety, of course, has a really big mouth, and it's sort of it's not really creepy because she's drawn in such a cartoon art style that she looks very cute. But it's a big mouth full of teeth, which in most cases would be pretty scary. And then she has eyes that are not really bulgy, but they're very round and circular, and they're kind of small actually compared to the size of her face. And they're close together. So her eyes are actually touching in the film, but I wanted to make her eyes close together without having them touching for my cartoony art style. But I feel like that just made them look worse because now they're too close together and they have a tiny little gap in between, but it just looks so unnatural. But whatever. Anxiety also has a very extreme hairstyle, which I feel kind of matches the feelings of anxiety because her hair is all up in a frizz, which I guess if you get into a tizzy when you have anxiety, then you could be like that, I guess. It kind of reminds me of how trolls are though. Trolls have those huge ponytails on the tops of their heads. But I do like anxiety's colors because I thought it was kind of interesting how, for one, I thought it was interesting how in the first movie when they only had 5 emotions, they had every single color except for orange. So I thought it was really good that they put orange for anxiety to show that she was the new big emotion. And I did like how they added multiple variations of orange. Her shirt, it has a creamy colored orange or a peachish color. And then it also has a slightly darker variation of that color. And it has the stripes, which I think is a really nice design because, stripes are neat and orderly as opposed to dots, which are kind of spread out in a completely random pattern. So I feel if you're a person who wears stripes, you might be neat. And if you're a person who wears dots or spots, speckled patterns most of the time, then you might be more prone to being kind of random. So since anxiety is someone who's a very orderly person, and she likes to follow through with her plans and stuff, I think it's good that she has the stripes, which represent how precise she is. Then on her pants, she has a darker orange color, sort of a burnt orange or orangish brown. And on her boots as well. And she has this little belt, which I'm not really sure if it was a complete circle or not. I thought it was maybe a circle with a line going through, a Pokemon ball, but I wasn't really sure. Because, I can't see well. And I was looking up photos from the internet, so those probably weren't the best quality either. But since anxiety is so, preppy, I decided to give her this, preppy belt with a G on it for, Gucci. Because, that's, a really preppy brand. I thought that would match her personality. But, yeah, this is my anxiety, and she's probably my least favorite of the ones that I drew. But it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't think so. But the second one that I drew from Inside Out 2, specifically, was Envy, who I thought was a pretty interesting character because, I don't know, I definitely feel envy a lot because I'm extremely prone to getting jealous of other people. I know that's like an insanely bad thing to like admit, to be so sure that it happens to you that you're like openly admitting it. Like most of the time, if something happens to you and like it's not that bad, you don't even like realize it. But like I'm so prone to it that I can like literally just like sit here and say, yeah, I get jealous of people. But envy is definitely more of like a negative emotion, I feel like. And especially because it's one of the 7 deadly sins, along with greed, which I feel like is kind of similar to it. Just like wanting something that you don't have that maybe someone else has. And like, especially when like sometimes you can go to like extreme means to try to achieve what you're striving for, especially if someone else has it. Like if you're greedy for money or something, you could go like oof someone to get their money after they die. I don't know. It's like an extremely negative emotion, I feel like. But in the movie, they try to portray her in like the most cute and like innocent way possible. She's like, oh, I love your hair. Oh, I wish I came up with that. Oh, can I do it? Can I do it? I was like, this is an interesting way to do it. But I really did love her. She was a very cute character, and I liked how she had a very nice fluffy hairstyle, which I enjoyed drawing. And she was also like really tiny and small, so I liked drawing her tiny and small shape. And she had these really sparkly eyes, like she was just like in complete awe of like everyone around her, which I also thought was like incredibly adorable. So I did enjoy Envy as a character. I'm not really sure if she was portrayed in the best way, because I kind of feel like her character was a bit inconsistent at times, especially when compared to some of them who were like extremely on point, like Joy and Anxiety, the 2 main characters who probably had the most time thought about them. But I didn't really think it was that messily put together, and it could just be a way of how they portrayed it in a different way. I definitely thought it was interesting how they tried to make it more of a positive thing than a negative thing, because that's always just like how I've thought of it in my own personal life. But I guess if it's a good thing, then that's okay. Because, you know, we all make mistakes sometimes, especially when it comes to like emotions and stuff. So I guess it's good if Inside Out 2 is trying to teach kids that like it's okay to feel these emotions as long as you like channel them the right way, you know? But anyways, those are the 2 that I drew from Inside Out 2 specifically. I'll show you some visuals of them along with the other ones so you can have like the complete set of all 5 female main characters from Inside Out 2. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe. It always helps me out so much when you do, and I really do appreciate it. It helps boost my content into the algorithm so that more people can see it, and that is just always amazing for me. And it helps you out too because it allows you to stay tuned and get notified for every single time that I post a new video. So I will be going to the movies soon. At the time of me recording this, I'll actually be going tomorrow afternoon. I'll be going to see Despicable Me 4. So if you want to see me draw Gru, Lucy, Agnes, Edith, and Margot from Despicable Me 4, then you can stay tuned and watch that video, which I'll be releasing as soon as I watch that movie and see those characters again, because they are very cute characters. If you've not seen any of the Despicable Me or Minion movies, they're very, very fun movies to watch. But anyways, I hope you have a great rest of your day and great rest of your summer, and remember that it's okay to feel all these emotions, and it's okay if you make some mistakes sometimes, especially in the terms of emotions, because we all do, and it's just a part of being a human. Everyone feels these emotions, everyone experiences them in different ways, and that's completely okay. Because, you know, if we were all the same person and we all experienced things the same way, then we just wouldn't be special and unique. But we are, and that's an amazing thing. So always remember that I love you, and I will see you later. Goodbye!